And hello, everybody. Welcome to the VAU Mic Check. We're live today. We got a full house. We've got VAU staff members on here today. The head of the VAU, Chris Kendall, and Ryan Kendall is on. And we've got a special contribution today, a script given to us by Xavier Paul. And well, without any further anything, let's get started. Who's ready to go with this thing first?
I haven't read it, but I can do it first.
Okay.
Let's do a cold read, which is not a bad thing, by the way. So.
No.
Okay. Here we go. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're a part of that family. 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here. Connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare.
I realized I made a major mistake when recopying the script. I totally left off the opening.
Just I was wondering why she got the first part wrong.
Well.
Okay, so what I read wasn't right? Okay. Yeah, I'm only getting part of this, so.
Let's see.
Here's the section I missed. And of course, it's attached to the bottom of the other script. Anyway, actually, this script does kind of lend itself to that whole warm, friendly. This is we're trying to reach out. We're trying to interact with you. We're trying to make you feel better about really scary or nerve-wracking or just people don't want to deal with, which is healthcare. So, I think right off the bat, that was absolutely fantastic.
I would have to second that.
That was very good for a cold read. I mean,
Thank
you know.
So what can I do better? Because it can't be that good. I'm not hired for anything yet.
You don't have to be hired for anything to be good.
Yeah, that's what they told me for 17 years. That's when I got into radio.
Yeah, you were going to the wrong place then.
Or like you were saying earlier, you're good. Can you lower your rates?
Yeah. Yeah, which brings up a good point. You know, I know we're recording this, and I just want to throw this out there to people who may be listening, that when you're doing voiceovers, you can be really good. You can have a really great voice. You can have a great delivery. You can have all of the coaching in the world. And just because you're not getting daily work or even weekly work doesn't mean you're not any good. Keep hanging in there. Keep plugging away. Keep doing what you're doing. Get your marketing down. This business is 70 to 80% marketing at least. Oh, yeah. And, you know, you're only doing 10 to 20% actual in the booth voiceovers. So keep going, keep plugging at it.
Yeah, I would completely agree with you there.
Yeah.
As the old saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. And with your voiceover business, keep plugging, keep plugging,
That's
and
right.
get your name out there.
You're not going to make those $60,000, you know, a year. You're just not, unless you're one of the top 10, 15 voiceover artists. They're out there. It's just not going to happen.
Exactly. And it does take a little while to get to that point. It's very rare that anybody will just fall into a Supreme gig or anything like that. It does take a lot of work. A lot of people will just think that they can sit back and all the jobs will come flooding in without them having to do anything about it. As with all businesses, you need to keep promoting yourself, keep yourself in the public eye, so to speak.
And I love
There's
that the
me,
VAU has,
development business.
yeah, the
The
VAU has
VAU.
so many resources and voiceover artists that are willing to help and willing to be there for you. So go to the VAU.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd love to say I've actually read some advice on VAU, but I'll be 100% honest with you all, I haven't. So I could probably do that at some point.
Yeah, if you go into some of the forums, I know that some of the stuff on there might be a little older, but even that is, I mean, the important stuff doesn't ever change. The basics and the dynamics of doing voiceover never changes. Go in there and find those resources because they're really excellent. So am I released and somebody else can take over?
You don't want to try another take at it?
I don't know. You guys seem to think that it was perfect, so why mess with perfection?
I
I don't know. I'm having difficulty with any sort of, for two reasons. One, it was just a solid first performance, and two, it just keeps cutting in and out.
Wow, that is bad.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
watching everything.
when I think Google is messing stuff up here today.
Yeah.
They're fixing things that don't need fixing, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Apparently.
happening all the time.
It
Well,
took
I
me
can try it
20
again.
minutes. Yeah. Go ahead.
I can try it again for you guys and let's see what we come up with. Maybe I'll try a different approach this time.
There you go.
As a part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're a part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we're compassion in action. As a part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare. So it's more of an announcery read for you.
Yeah, I noticed the smile injected in there too. It had more of a upbeat tone
Yeah.
because of the smile.
I don't know. I'd be interested to see, to hear how you guys interpret this script because I think it can be done a couple of different ways. It depends on the, when you're reading how it's going to be used. If it's a radio, TV, business. And I know that this is probably a business narrative or some kind of a brochure product narrative. But yeah, let's see what everybody else does.
Okay. Who's next?
Why don't I jump in next since I had suggested the darn thing, huh?
Well, yeah, it's kind of your baby.
See, well, I wanted to do more listening than critiquing last time that when you were reading. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name, the artist that just read.
I'm Angel.
Hi, Angel. I didn't
Hi,
get.
Xavier.
I wanted to really. I didn't really have anything to say because I didn't quite know what to say. Because I'm still sort of figuring this out. I'm wondering when the specs, storyteller, nice quality, so on and so forth. So I'm going to see if I'm going to try the storyteller approach and see where that takes us. Okay, where is it? Okay. Xavier Paul. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand. Screen moved 1 moment. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own.
I actually do have a bit of constructive criticism, actually. Just listening through that and comparing it to the first one.
Sorry, that person just trailed off. One more time.
Yeah, sorry. My mic sensitive. I need to adjust it. I do have a bit of constructive criticism for that one, actually. I'd like to think it's constructive anyway. My mic's just tracing off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me sort that out.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Xavier, I personally think that read was pretty smooth. Very Galaxy chocolate in a way. Angel and Xavier, we were saying before, there's multiple ways you could do that, and it was very down to earth, very calming, relaxing, and I like the way that both of you done the reads.
Yeah, I think there's the alternate I want to do. It's got to get out of that calming thing. It's easy to kind of go in that direction for healthcare, and I want to take it in a different direction because for something like this, it would seem like a lot of artists are going to try to go for that Peter Thomas smooth thing. So I want to work against that.
I would say
Okay.
I just want to hear your smile in it. I didn't hear a smile, and I think that would add a lot to the way that you read it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Xavier Paul. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare, or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day. There's more, but that seemed like a
I
good
like
place
that.
to stop.
I think the smile added a lot. It made it sound. You could also slow it down just a little bit, but it made it sound a little more inviting. Like I wanted to
Yeah,
actually listen to it.
yeah, Angel's exactly right. It made it sound extremely inviting, friendly, and of course it's still, it had that upbeat tone, one of those, hey, hi, how are you doing kind of feel to it.
Right.
Is my mic cutting out now, or is it all right?
Now you sound good now.
All right, cool. Yeah, I preferred that one to the first one. I thought, yeah, it definitely sounded a lot more upbeat. It sounded like something I could like a program I could definitely jump on board with and get involved with.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Smile. Smile, smile, smile.
So, are there any more critiques for Xavier?
Anyone?
Nope.
Okay, so we've got a few mics that aren't muted right now. If you're not talking, please mute your mic. It kind of helps with some of the noise. It helps with the lagging, and Google doesn't like all of these noises. So whoever's next.
Fen, why don't you go?
Me, I don't know.
Put you on the
I
spot.
can give it a shot.
You're on the chopping block. Go ahead.
Yeah, this would be my first one if I do. So just to check, it's that first script that Xavier posted in.
Yeah, there. It's really the same script of varying length. So I think I posted 3, so you could take your pick. You could take the last one, which is the longest,
Yeah.
shortest, or you could stop reading midway on the first one. Up to you.
All right. So
The first line should be at Rochester Regional Health.
yeah, I might read. Where's the end? I'm just double check. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Take care of
and
our
then
own.
could end a difference every day.
Yeah. Yeah, just have to give me a minute whilst I adjust my mic just to make sure it doesn't cut out or anything.
And for those of you who are listening, we are with the VAU. We are doing a hangout. You can join us. We're here every Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're very privileged today to have some VAU VIPs. But they're not always here. And so if you get a little nervous, don't. We're all friends. We're all in the same business. And we're all here to help each other. That's what the whole purpose of the hangout is to get together, help each other get better at our craft, whether you are a newbie or an old timer. Doesn't matter. Come and join us every Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Are you ready?
Right. I'm just probably going to read down to where it says community like never before, since it's my first shot.
Okay.
I'm not sure what approach to go with this. I'll read it normally, because I'll need to practice a bit. I've only just taken a recent interest in this sort of thing.
Your mic is starting to fade out again.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's probably Google.
Right.
Typical.
Right. I'll just give it a shot, see how it goes. Apologies, nerves are getting the better of me.
It happens to us all.
I shall try now. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here. Apologies. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before.
If I was to give you advice on that one, Fen, obviously it was your first read, it's the first time you've done voiceover things. Pretend that nobody else is here, because 9 times out of 10 you'll be in a booth by yourself anyway, either with somebody talking to your headphones or just by yourself in your own studio.
Okay.
So at that moment in time you were nervous because you were thinking, oh, they're all listening to me, and I know that because you were saying apologies.
Yeah.
I would advise that if you were to read it, just read it as if you were reading it to yourself in preparation for recording.
All right. Yeah, because I was a bit choppy on areas.
Then jump right in and do it again.
All right. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make our stand. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action.
Slow it down and do it again.
All right. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action.
Loved that second read. Really
That was
did.
good. That
Yep,
was, I could
I
hear
agree.
the
Yep.
confidence in that.
A lot of times what I find is, especially when I'm nervous or if it's a cold read, if I read it through once and then immediately go back into it a second time, I tend to relax a little bit more. So maybe for the first little while, that's a trick you could use. But you
Yeah,
did so much better on the second read, going right back into it.
thank you.
Yeah, it was good how you relaxed your way into it that time and took Chris's bit of direction and just took off with it.
Yeah, yeah.
It built up the confidence levels to the point where you sounded more comfortable with the script.
Well done, Fen.
Thank you.
I suppose I'll have to read now, then, won't I, considering I'm here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So let's have
Whole
fun.
point.
The whole point.
Take
I
it.
just like to pop in and see how things are. You know, like if you go around to your neighbours for a cup of sugar or something.
Oh yeah. Well, you can join in if you want.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right. Obviously, I'm not in my studio. I'm up in the office, so the mic's a little bit different. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand. To better the lives of everyone we touch. Oh, no, that's not even right. To better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own.
First thing I noticed right off the bat is that you connected with those punch words, those keywords, and that's something we've actually never really talked about doing the Hangouts. There's certain keywords in the script that the client obviously wants punched, and you punched every one of them. I would say, just for me, I really liked the read. I thought it was a little more like a radio read than either a business read or a commercial TV commercial type read. And I kind of like to hear it maybe not so announcery, not so hard, if that makes sense.
No, I understand what you mean. So basically, as if it's friend next door, rather than
Right, a little,
yeah,
the dreaded word, a little more conversational, please.
a little more conversation. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah. Where's the script gone? There it is. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here where we make a stand. To better the lives of everyone we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare, or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day.
Better. I liked it better. Anyone else?
Yeah, that had a more warm and friendly approach.
I'm just a cool guy. That's what it is.
You know, the accent adds a lot. Anyone else want to chime in here? I mean, you're here to not only read, but to help out others who are reading. So if you have an opinion, if you want to hear it a different way, let us know.
Can you guys hear me clearly? It's Xavier.
Barely.
Just barely.
Oh, okay. How about now? How about now?
Oh, good.
I can hear clearly now.
Okay, it's my other studio mic. Okay, it just occurred to me that it seems like the audience for this thing are other healthcare professionals. The line, "You may be at the forefront of changing healthcare, uh, or making lives a little easier, being part of the Rochester family," and so forth. So it's that balance between knowledgeable and warm and inviting, conversational, inspiring. I'm realizing these specs from clients, they're not, linear. It's where, warm equal warm, warm having a nuance of of inspirational, of motivational, so that these point is, one of the most challenging things is interpreting the specs effectively. So the specs here, warm, assuring, what is it, trustworthy, and so forth. I'm listening to what they're saying, but I'm also hearing what they're not saying in terms of how they describe this, because the writing kind of doesn't go anywhere. It stays on that, like, we're this, we're this. They're very bold statements. So I'm wondering if you can shift your intentions as the statements vary, your intentions vary, and that will create more of a conversational flow to the script. So on one line you want to be warm, on another line you want to be, hey, this is very cool. On another line you want to be, and this is important information. And on another line, you know what I mean? And all those things will fit with the overall gist of what they're going for. Or at least that's going to be my approach when I send this in.
That's actually a really good point. I don't think there's any one script that has to be read one way.
No,
Right.
it never has to be read one way.
I mean, you can have several different tones in one script. And I think that's what you're getting at, right, Xavier?
Right, that the tones will shift, that the shifting tones and intentions will allow the specs to be realized more fully.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It's a group of new employees or new salespeople. And honestly, think about when you're starting a new job or you're starting a sales job, the last thing you want to do is sit there and listen to one of these CBTs.
Yeah.
So we got to make them
Unless it's really
inviting
good.
and fun.
Okay. Looks like Steve wants to go next. Have at it, Steve. Steve, you're up.
I think Steve is having trouble hearing, from what I gather in the comments. So if we don't hear from Steve pretty quick, I know that Takia wants to go. So we'll give Steve a second here.
Yeah.
Hello, Steve. Planet Earth to Steve.
Yeah. I think he may be having some issues
Yeah, I
again.
think he is. So what do you say we move on, Steve? If you're ready, just put it in the chat window. We'll be here.
Hang on a second.
And there was silence.
Okay, we're gonna let you work out your issues and take it to Kia.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. At our rock, I'll pick up at Rochester Regional Health. We take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family. 15 question.
1,000.
Okay. 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every pickup to better the lives of every life we touch, good times or hard times. Our heart is here. Connect to the connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing pickup. You be pickup. You may be in the forefront of changing healthcare.
You want to try it one more time? Just go right into it, Takia?
Yeah.
Okay, try it one more time. Go right into it, because I think you were a little nervous that time.
Okay. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're a part of that family. Over 1,500 strong. Greater Rochester is our home. And it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch.
What just happened?
Okay, somebody muted her.
Okay.
She was on a roll and somebody muted her. But she is muted right now. There we go. There you go. Well,
That's okay, Ryan.
We did hear some of it, most of it actually, and I thought you were a little more relaxed that read.
Okay. Did I start over from the beginning?
You can, if that's what you want to do.
Okay. What were you about to say, Nathan?
Yeah, just remember, take that same approach that Chris had advised before. Just relax, don't think about everybody in the room. Just, wrap yourself in the script. Remember, let these words become yours, your thoughts. And go ahead.
All right. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family. Over pickup 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home. And it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times. Our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living room, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare.
I personally liked that one the best out of all of the one that you did. I thought you were a lot more relaxed. I thought you connected with the script a little more, like Chris and Nathan were saying. And honestly, from week to week, you get better and better, my dear.
Thank you.
I have to say I much preferred that read there. You could definitely tell that you did take yourself away from from this kind of arena, if you like, into your own space when you were reading the script. There was less mistakes because you weren't nervous about reading for other people.
Mm-hmm.
You done very, very well. Well done.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nice job, Takia.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank-
done.
Thanks.
Very well read.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See that disconnect from, oh, I'm in front of the microphone. Oh, the director's looking at me. Oh my God, what are they thinking? That disconnect from that and just connecting with the script and
Mm-hmm.
thinking outside of where you're at or the room you're in always makes a difference.
Yeah.
It brings you more relaxation. I mean, it's kind of this like little technique that I've thought up is everything that is around me, the person directing me, somebody standing next to me in the room, all of that I push aside and I just picture them going out the door and me shutting the door behind me, you know. And it's like, okay, I'm looking beyond the microphone, yes, the audience is out there, but right now I'm just expressing what's on this script and disconnecting from everything else around me, not even thinking of technical issues, which happen to have been happening quite frequently this afternoon, but that was really good.
One thing I would suggest for you, and I think I've suggested it before, Takia, is maybe get a little stuffed animal, sit it right in front of you, and even though you're not always looking at that stuffed animal, that's the only person you're reading to. That's the only person that you're talking to. And that way it's a little easier to shut everything else out when you're just talking to like a picture of somebody that you love and trust,
Mm-hmm.
that you're not nervous to talk in front of, or a stuffed animal. I've got a little bunny that I sit on top of my screen, and I talk to him all the time when I'm doing my voiceovers, and it helps tremendously to be able to connect. And I think that's one of the things that maybe you can grow in as a voice actor is that connection. You need a connection, and then it won't take you so long to go through a script. I think you're going to feel a lot more comfortable when you start reading these scripts.
Okay. And I guess the last read that I did, I kind of when I read it, I kind of imagined myself like being completely alone and with no one there. So that's how I did it. But I understand your point about having a connection with someone or something. So I'll try that.
So, anybody else got anything else for Takia?
Yeah, just reiterating what we were saying before. You could see that you disassociated yourself from the party as you were doing your read, which inevitably give you more confidence in doing the read, less hiccups along the way, and it was more even the read itself. I did enjoy that version better than the first two, but obviously you've took the criticism into action and come out with a diamond basically.
Thanks.
You do take direction very well. I will say that. You really do.
Okay.
That's always a plus. Not everybody can do
Yeah, I can understand that.
that. Translating what people say into action. You do that very well. So is there anyone else who has anything for this young lady? Did you feel comfortable with that read?
Yes, I felt comfortable with it. A lot comfortable with this read than I did with the first two.
Yeah, it showed. It showed. Anyone else?
Yeah, anyone else have any, I don't know, feedback for me?
Xavier, I'll chime in my 2 cents. I actually took a little time off to record it and send it off. I told you I was cheating today. Um, let's. I realized this is an edited script. It's much longer. Oh, sorry. A little better now?
Yep, lot
Yes, sir.
better.
This is an edited script. It's much longer, and I find that it's the lesson for me was today when not reading the entire script. It's important to bring the performance aspects to the edited script that's sent in that would be present if I were reading the entire script, because the second half of the script that everybody's not reading today because we edited it, it has inspirational aspects to it, has real motivational aspects to it. It's actually very, very well written, and it's important to bring that to the table so that they can hear, okay, this talent isn't reading the whole script, but if they did, here's what they would bring to the table. So that's what I had to say. Thanks.
That's actually a good point, because a lot of times we do auditions, we get a full script, but we may only be asked to do 30 seconds of that long form read or something like that. And great point. You've got to keep that same idea of what the long form is going to be in that 30 seconds. And sometimes it's really more natural, I think, for us to do a commercial, like read it like a commercial or read it like a 30-second spot, when it's really not. It's like a 2 or 3 minute spot or even a 10-minute spot.
Right. This is one of those scripts that it shows if you're not emotionally connected to it. If there's no choice being made on just how you feel about every line, it's going to show. It's a very emotionally transparent script, so I actually didn't realize it was going to be this hard when I suggested it, but I'm kind of glad that I did, because it really, and yeah, and I thought, Takia's last read, was certainly better than the other two. I'm just more concerned about any talents, including my own, ability to choose make that internal emotional choice and let that inform the intentions from line to line, so that it's believable, and that storyteller quality comes out. Our friends, our loved ones, our family, in cities, small towns, even in living rooms. I mean, these lines require real emotional commitment. So that's my very bitchy critique. Thank you.
Yeah, but you are right. They require an emotional commitment, and uh, they that is the one thing that I mean, especially when it's letting you know that talking about your dedication making a difference right there at the last part of this edited version. You're touching someone. You're getting into somebody's life, and you're making their life a better place to live.
Hmm. Peter Thomas is very good at that. The warmth is a natural part of who he is. He's not trying to go warm, or if he is, he's faking it incredibly well. You know, it's and so since the warm is already a part of his being, he'll go other places as opposed to spending the read trying to get to a warm place. He'll then go informative, inspirational, motivational.
Yeah. And the one clue in this script that brings that out is we take care of our own. You know, all of a sudden it's just like you're part of the family. Come here, we'll take care of you.
Yeah, the cell is that emotion. The cell is the you know. I mean, it's a little harder if you just got a ticket on your car, or you just have finished having an argument with somebody, and it's like, okay, now it's time to be warm and caring and take care of your own. So that's really where the acting has to come in, and sometimes I'm a warm person, sometimes I'm not. More so on the latter. So it's like, okay, how do I tap into that nuance?
It's like, okay, all the men in the room, time to turn on your sensitivity. So,
But it's got to be real. It's got to be convincing. It can't
yeah,
sound like a
absolutely.
voiceover trying to sound sensitive. It's got to be
Yeah.
100% believable because the writing, it's like the copywriter took time to put this together and create a believable story.
Yeah. And I
So
mean, looking at it, I mean, I can see the copywriter um basically pushing those emotions right into it as they were writing it. You know, it's like this story I'm coming up with. I'm working on a little side project, and I'm actually speaking the characters' lines as I'm working on it,
uh-huh.
and it pulls in their thoughts, their emotions, how they're feeling, and just kind of expressing all of that. And I'd say pretty much that person was probably maybe reading this out loud as they wrote it down, just to get a
Right, the
feel for
writer's
what it was feeling
intention,
like. Yeah.
how they're hearing it in their head. And and one of the things I used to do, the bad habits I had was, you know, too much, too little. You know, the writer's intention is what's going on here, how they're hearing it in their head. Uh, so on a line like either way, your dedication makes a difference every day. That's like, you could be, you know, it can't be too. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day. It's like, what are you smiling so much about? It's okay to smile, but it's got to be the right kind of smile and the right amount of it. Otherwise, it's won't work type of
There's
thing.
an on-camera spot that I see pretty much every day running on a show that I run at the TV station, and it's got that same kind of feel. I was talking about it last week too, and this feels that exact same way. If you don't mind, I'm going to go next, uh, and then when Steve's ready, then he can chime in. But I'd like to try this. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. Pick up. Our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of Rochester's regional family, you may be in the forefront of the pickup. As part of Rochester's regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare, or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day.
Where do I sign up?
Smooth read. I liked it. The
Thank you.
only thing I would say is I would try a little more of like what Xavier was saying to change up the emotion a little bit in some of those lines, like 15,000 strong. I think there was needed to be a little more of a smile on that one, but otherwise, really smooth read.
Let me try that one more take. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family, and now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare, or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day.
Cut the check. So anybody else got anything to say on Nathan? Anybody?
No, I'm pretty content.
Yeah.
I got one thing to say. I mean,
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you would, Fen. You would.
oh yeah, I got a nice big mouth, me. Always got something to say. One quick thing. Does my mic sound okay? I've just been adjusting it. Is it
Yeah.
cutting out at all?
Yeah, you sound great.
All right, excellent. Well, that last reading, I thought it was very good. It sounded very warm and welcoming. I don't think, personally, I don't think there's anything I can fault or give advice for you to do better because it sounds fine to me. Yeah, that's my point of view on it.
How did the read feel to you, Nathan?
That last read felt way more relaxed to me personally.
Yeah, I think how
I-
you as a voiceover artist feels about a
on
particular read is important.
Now, on the first read, I ran into a personal body technical issue because I choked on that first couple lines. A stray speck of dust flew down my throat at the wrong moment. So it kind of, it's like, okay, I'm not going to let me stumble because I don't, it's like I know how to hold on to this. But same time, it's like it threw me just a shade, and I knew it,
Nathan,
Yeah.
it's Xavier with more bitchy critique. Um, and that's my motto. That's my motto for 2015. Be a real bitch, and because clients can really be a real, and my approach to that is to be a bigger B than they are, because I find if I it's sort of like the Madonna whore complex. If I am Madonna, then they're going to be the whore. If I'm the whore, then they're going to be Madonna. So if I'm the taskmaster, then they're going to be like, well, that sounds great. And that's where I want my clients. I don't want them where, oh, I thought it sounded fine. Well, we didn't. And you're replacing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it felt fast to me. With these emotional, heartfelt scripts, it's almost like the silence between the phrases is just as much a part of the writing as the writing itself.
Oh, so true.
You know what I mean? And it's not about pregnant pauses or dramatic pauses. Like something's going on with you between those phrases. Or rather, something has to be going on with you between those phrases. Some kind of emotional life that's pulsable, palpable, feelable. You know what I mean? And it just had a breezed through feel to it. And then I also felt that your pacing within the phrases could have been a little, not necessarily slower, but a little more, well, okay, technically speaking, slower, craft speaking, more emotionally invested, if that makes sense. So slower wouldn't necessarily solve the problem, but slower would be a byproduct of you being simply more into it.
I see what you're saying. Let me try that from the top then. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family. 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare, or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day.
Yeah, that's moving in a fuller direction. It's like, I guess my only point with all of this is that I want to make sure that my reads are dimensional and full.
Yeah.
And when they're not, they sound like a voiceover read. And when they are, they actually you can feel it. Something's going on.
Yeah.
with
And
the read.
that read right there, that after that little bit of direction that you just gave me, to me felt way more connected.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it came across for sure. They're listening for the connection, is what I've come to know. They're because they're used to voiceover talent coming in there and sounding accurate. You know, it's they want more. They want
Yeah.
they wrote it and they're jaded about what they wrote already. So it's like they have to go, oh, hmm, they're bringing something that to this script that I never thought was there, type of thing.
Yeah. And the
Can,
one thing
can
I
I
can
jump
see.
in?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Um, the last read you did, um, and I want to say this in a way that it doesn't sound like I'm trying to be offensive, but um, the way that you was reading it, after he gave you the direction, it seemed like you almost backed off of it. And um, one of the things that sticks out to me is that it says now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. So
Right.
this is not this ain't no little wimpy family. This is
Right.
a strong body of people, and they're a strong body that sticks together. So when you reading this script, you gotta kind of give it some energy, and you can't sit back and be like, you gotta dive into it and give it some strength and let them know that you're gonna be there. When you go to somebody, you say, "Look, man, I got you. I'm gonna be there for you. I got you." That's what this is saying. It's saying, "I got you. We got your back. If something happened, in good times or hard times, our heart is there."
Right.
So when you read the script, you can't back off of it. You gotta let them know that we got you. Because if somebody walk up to you and say, "Yo, we're gonna be okay," then you're gonna be like, "Man, next."
Right.
You're gonna be looking for somebody else to help you because it's not gonna be believable. So in order for it to be believable and let somebody know that got their back, then you got to put some energy into it and let them know, look, I got you.
How you doing, JD? Damn good critique, by the way.
All right, I'm doing good.
Excellent.
The reason why I didn't say anything earlier because I was coming from my other job and I was listening to all of y'all in the car, so I didn't have a script in front of me, so I didn't want to say what was going on or what I was hearing.
Yeah,
But
and the energy that you're talking about, it's the emotional energy. The energy comes from the emotional point of view. How you feel and what you think about what you're saying. That's why the pacing must be slower
Yeah.
to allow for that emotion to enter the read. So if you breeze through at Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own. Or do something with that comma, is my point.
Yeah.
and I don't even know if it needs to be slow because when you sure that you're gonna take care of somebody, then you tell them, look, at
Right.
Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family, and now you're part of that family, 1,500 strong.
Mm-hmm.
Now that right there made a difference because you dropped the punctuation,
Mm-hmm.
especially in that second line, because there's no punctuation from the first to the second line. Is at Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 1,500 strong. Yeah, it has more of a punch to it.
And like y'all said, it all comes down to interpretation.
Right.
But when you telling somebody you got their back, and you telling them that it's 1,500 of y'all that got their back, that ain't no wimpy little party.
You have
Right.
an army behind you, son.
Right. When you hear them army commercials, right? When they tell you army strong, they mean army strong. And I love that part because I'm army. But they tell you it's army strong. It's strong. Put some strength behind it. That's just my personal take on it. I think that you could be strong and be compassionate at the same time.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. You
Yep.
can have both.
We're getting some excellent, excellent direction here. If you have never been a part of the VAU Hangouts, you need to come and join us every Saturday at 1 o'clock because we're here. We want you
Another
to-
volunteer?
Yeah,
Me.
Stever's back. Yay! Okay,
All
so
right.
we release you, Nathan, and we're going to go to Steven.
All right, take it, Steve.
He's back on mute.
Well, actually, Jerome, I'm not sure what I'm on today. This Google or on my end, this is crazy today. It's just like everybody's in and out. Conversations are just real choppy, so I'm not sure. But I'm back.
You ready, Steve? Come on.
Yeah, I am. I just wasn't sure if anybody else was there or
Absolutely,
I didn't
go
want
for
to.
The whole world is waiting on you.
The whole world is there. In a world. Okay. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives, pick up, to better, pick up, to better the lives, pick up, to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even the living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare, or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day.
I'd say go right back into that read. You need to relax a little more.
Yeah, that's my one critique too. Just relax your way into it.
Are we still there, guys?
Yeah.
We're still
Yeah.
here. Yeah, that was very,
We're
very
still
good.
here.
Thank
Just
you.
relax.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I was choppy. I found myself changing pace just a little too soon, or I thought I was changing pace just a little soon. But I was trying to keep it at a lower key, still try to keep some strength in there, as Jerome was speaking of earlier, and just trying to make it like I'm speaking to a family member. So I may have got that in, may not, but thank you.
On the line with compassion in action, I would take out that ellipses. Just because it
To
seemed
me,
like
this is one of those scripts. It is commercial, yet it's it's commercial narration. It's an explainer type commercial, and you need to sell the program, but you also need to hug the audience.
exactly.
Whether it's that one person you're speaking to or a group. So
I don't mean to interrupt, guys. You're all doing a brilliant job. Michael, Nathan, superb. Angel, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to have to go now, but I thought I'd pop in, see how things were doing, see how everything was getting along, and join in with a little bit of fun. Well done. Keep up the good work. And to everybody in VAU land, keep your eyes open for news very, very shortly.
all right, thank you, Chris. Take care. Nice to meet
No
you, by
problem.
the way.
And the very same to you as well. Take care and have a great day, everyone.
Hey, Chris,
Thanks for
before
being here,
you go,
Chris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in touch with you about what we talked about. Okay.
No problems at all, Jerome.
All right.
Cool. Yep. Catch you in a bit.
All right.
Ta-da.
See ya.
This is goodbye to our illustrious leader. And back to Steve's critique.
Guys, this has nothing to do with the read, but if Nathan and Michael are listening in,
Yes.
I was on Edge Studio Talk Time Sunday night, and they were discussing meetup groups, practice partners, workout groups online and otherwise. And I was able to put in 2 plugs for the VAU a time or two. So hopefully that stuck.
Nice. Greatly appreciated.
Nice job. Nice job.
Hey, you got to sell it where you can, you know.
Okay.
Have to sell it.
Now sell me the script.
Yeah, I want to hear it again.
I knew that was coming.
Okay. And Steve went on mute.
Steve, honey, when you read, you actually have to take your mic off of mute so we can hear you. Thank you, darling. Go ahead and read it.
I don't know what's going on with him.
I think he's having the same technical issues
Yeah.
we've all been having this today with whatever Google's done with their Hangout plugin.
Yeah. So you want me to take a shot at it while we're waiting?
Go for it. As far as I'm
Go,
concerned,
Jerome.
I'm not in charge, but go for it.
All right. And that ain't the way to start. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family, 1,500 strong, 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of everyone we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is there, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, you're dedicated to make a difference every day. Your dedication makes a difference every day.
That wasn't bad for a cold read. I mean, it had those touches you had suggested earlier.
Yeah, I could have probably cleaned it up a little bit more, but
I thought it was just a tad fast. It kind of went over my head at the beginning.
you know what would be excellent if we knew what time frame these reads are supposed to fit in.
I think that's Xavier. It's his script. This is a longer form read, I believe.
Right.
There's more to this, definitely.
Yeah, it is. Xavier, when he suggested this is a much longer script.
Right.
And we just cut it down to fit for time.
So it's safe to say that it might be part of a short infomercial.
I'm not sure. I think Xavier knows.
More. So the total length would be about 3 minutes, and this is like a 1 minute lift out. So you have time.
Okay.
You know, it's really, this is like a web video, and they might lift part of it and put it on a spot, or you know what I mean. So it's one of those things where the pacing I'm beginning to realize is key from what I observe. And did you see the specs that I had posted in the chat room? They're like it's a little spec, couple of lines.
No, I came in. Yeah.
All right, I'll put that in now.
But you know what? I'll go through it again. At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family. 15,000 strong. Greater Rochester is our home, and it's here we make a stand to better the lives of everyone we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the community like never before. In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of changing healthcare or in the forefront of making everyone's life a little easier. Either way, your dedication makes a difference every day.
We take care of our. Yeah. Yeah, conversational for sure, and that aspect of storytelling came in the second half. I feel.
Yeah, I liked it better.
Yeah, that sounded a lot less cold read. I'm trying to figure this thing out.
I think it goes to what Xavier said before is connection to that script. Really got to connect to your audience. Who are you talking to? How are you talking to them? Where are you at when you're talking to them? I mean, you're an actor. Act.
Yeah, yeah, and at the same time, uh, who you are, you know, because of course, you're that spokesperson for Rochester Regional Health, possibly a doctor, possibly an administrator. You know, you're that person.
So, am I hired or am I fired?
Dude, if it were my hospital, you'd be hired, no problem.
Why, thank you,
We have
madam.
a few readers to go, and am I right, Nathan? We've only got a little bit of time left here.
Yeah.
So I have to bow out, guys. I'm so sorry, but I do have to leave. And I just want to remind everyone that we are here every Saturday, 1 p.m., the VAU Mic Check. So if you don't get an invitation on Google, join us on Google. Connect with us on Google. You can connect with us in any of the Facebook groups that have to do with voiceover, and we also have our own Facebook group. So you can connect with us there, and you will see the invitations. They're open invitations to anyone who wants to join. And with that, I'm going to say a fond farewell to you guys, but continue on and have a lot of fun, guys.
Thank you.
Take care, Angel.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, Angel.
Have fun
See you
shopping,
next
Angel.
week.
See you next week. Okay, I think we got David next.
Oh, alrighty.
Yep.
At Rochester Regional Health, we take care of our own, our friends, our loved ones, our family. And now you're part of that family. 15,000 strong.
I don't think he's
Greater
on. I
Rochester
don't see
is our home.
anything.
And it's here we make a stand to better the lives of every life we touch. Good times or hard times, our heart is here, connected to the
Did
community
I
like
miss
never
Xavier
before.
Reed?
In cities, small towns, even living rooms, we are compassion in action. As part of the Rochester Regional family, you may be in the forefront of. Oops. What happened there? Okay.
Is
You may be in
anybody
the
on?
forefront.
Can you not hear him?
Yeah, David hasn't read yet, has he?
He was actually in the middle of reading. I could hear him.
I couldn't hear him.
Okay, that's
Okay.
a strange technical issue because I was hearing him clean. Can you hear us, David?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a weird glitch
Okay.
because Jerome thought you were muted.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't hear him at all.
Okay, that is really strange. Well,
Now Xavier said he can hear me, and you guys can hear me, but I can't hear him.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
We might want to wrap
Okay,
because
yeah.
this is a little bit crazy.
We've been having a few technical issues today, guys. It's been good, but we've had a few technical issues. Apologies to David. For some reason,
Not a problem. Not a problem.
we're having some input-output issues, and it's coming from Google's side. Uh, you guys, fix this. Excuse me. Anyway, this has been a really good mic check. Yes, I'm choking here. Excuse me, guys.
More dust.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, this has been really good. We've had a packed house today. If you want to join, like Angel said, there's invites every week. There's an invite. It's an open invite, so anybody can join. So feel free to join. And if you can't make it, we are on YouTube. So have a great day, everybody, and bye.
Talk to you later.